Hello! Welcome to Sarah's site. This is my site, this is my channel where I use my site to provide you some messages. Yeah, I do this, and then I see the message. Yeah, it's gonna be a love message. Yeah, it's gonna be a love message. Yeah, it's gonna be a love message. Yeah, everything is love, Sarah. I know, so it's true. Yeah. Gotta play safe, yeah. No, this is gonna be a love message. What's your love story right now? It might be self-love, might be external love, or incoming, or whatever. You know, all that jazz. So, first card, first and only card that I pulled is this one. It's an event, yeah. It's Legolas and Aragorn. Number 3, the path or the can I talk? The number of divine creation, yeah. The number of your spirit guides, yeah, walking alongside you. These are my people event. Damn. First thing I heard when I pulled this card, it was like, somebody is gonna tell you, or vice versa, yeah. I'm just gonna speak as in somebody's gonna tell you for the ease of speaking, yeah. But if it's reversed, just apply it as your intuition tells you to connect it, yeah. You don't have anything, you don't need to force it, yeah, to fit. If it fits, it fits, yeah. But if it doesn't, it doesn't, yeah. Don't force anything. Okay, so number 3. First thing I heard was like somebody's gonna tell you that they are so proud or so happy to be in your life, or to say that great timing, to tell you that they are so happy to have you in their life, because I feel like you are the one that's always there no matter what happens. No matter what happens, yeah. Even though you are very focused on your own path and creating your own life. Did you hear that? Creating your own life. You have people around you that also are doing the same, and they know they can rely on you. Fellowship. Exert Aragorn twice to play any number of possessions from your discard pile onto companions with the Aragorn signet. Okay, so this is the Aragorn signet. 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 So, and he says, I will die as one of them. So I feel if you are Aragorn, yeah, in this place, you give people the strength to use their skills, yeah. Like, people might be comparing their skills to their skills, you know, other people's skills. And they're like, oh, mine is not so cool, but yeah, they are, you know, like, and you support them in that. Like, you see the quality of the people around you, even if they aren't so close to you. Like, I feel like you have this ground, like this base energy, this base vibration of like, damn, whoever you are, I support you, you know what I mean? Like, you have some crazy skills, like you have your own perfections, I hear. Like, you, even if you're not saying it verbally, like your energy will, like, people feel supported, feel safe to open and show their vulnerabilities through their skills, the thing that they like doing the most or the best in doing, you know, for themselves, even if it's so specific to them, yeah, even if it's just in their mind, like such a small part of life, you know. But that's what we are doing here, right? We are doing we are like perfecting ourselves. Yeah, we all have such specific interests and a collection of expertises and, I wanted to say, experiences. Yeah, we have such specific experiences that we go through that make us who we are, that, that actually shows us what we are good at. You know what I mean? I don't know. This feels so. I'm just going with the flow, yeah. Where was I? Come on. Like, let's say if you are a child, yeah, you might have an interest in a certain thing, like playing an instrument, or I don't know, drawing or sports or whatever. That might be like where our interest lies, yeah. But being good at it naturally is a second thing, yeah. Like sometimes we are good at things that we don't specifically like that much, like it just feels normal to us, yeah. So when we are a child, and I guess we do the things that we like, we get like confident in ourselves, and we were like, oh yeah, I can do this and this and this, wow, and I can actually enjoy doing this. But then when you go through life, you know what I mean, you get bombarded with experiences and you are being stripped of everything that you thought you were, you know what I mean. And I guess we get to your base, to the source of what life means to us, and we get confronted with what we want to do, what we actually want to do, and how we want to spend our time, yeah. And that makes us realize, like, whoa, I can actually use these skills that I enjoyed as a child. Maybe we totally forgot about it, like we went through so much shit, I guess. We rolled through the dirt, through the dirt. We rolled through the dirt, baby. That we forgot what we actually enjoyed. What we actually enjoyed, you know? Where was I coming from? Doesn't matter, just go with the flow. Anyways, these experiences bring us back to our core, yeah? Everything gets stripped from us. Everything strips us from what we thought that we were living for, fighting towards, And insecure, I hear like insecure, even if we're insecure, even if we're insecure about what we already know, you cannot be insecure about something that you don't know. Does that make sense? Wait, do I even understand what I just said? If you are insecure about the things that you know, you cannot be insecure about the things that you don't know, because how else are you gonna like learn something new when you let your insecurity or your fear of the newness, the uncertainty, like the not knowing, you cannot let that hold you back from learning something new. And vice versa, like if you are very confident in what you already know, good. Use that to explore something new, or like create from that. There's something else. Yeah, like we never stop learning. You know what it is, like We never stop learning, even if we are under the dirt, even if we are buried underneath the dirt. We don't stop learning, because I always say, oh, we never stop learning until we are buried, under the ground. And even then, we don't stop learning, because I guess that path is just another road that we all must take. Quoting. No, but seriously. Death is just another path that we all must take, because I believe it's not, the end. Like, of course, there are something new, something else behind the thing, like the veil of uncertainty, yeah, that we must all go through. We all have these, I don't know where this is going, but we all have these different experiences, yeah, but the thing that we must all do is die. How cool is that? Like we must all go through that, like the most scary thing, because we do not know what is behind that veil, yeah. We are still forced to go through it, you know? And how cool is it that knowing that we can already choose to push and pierce through our fears of the unknown, because that is the purest part of not knowing, death. We can already like have a little taste of, pushing through our fears of the unknown and uncertainty, to actually find out that it's not that bad on the other side, you know what I mean? And even it's even more joyous, more alive on the other side, of the uncertainty, if you just walk through it, if you just allow yourself to go through it. Damn. So anyways, somebody's gonna tell I needed that. Somebody's gonna tell you that they really appreciate you in their life, because you bring out this energy of like, come on baby, let's get the best out of life, yeah, let's get the best out of your skills, perfect them into the greatest detail, like keep on learning, like do everything that you want to do, because baby, I don't know, we cannot take anything with us except our experiences, yeah. And sooner or later we're gonna find out that we actually feel like we have to do certain stuff, because the end is nearing, and there is a certainty, that when we get to the point of like, dying, and you haven't done all the things that you wanted to do, you're gonna look back on it, you know what I mean? That's actually my what I strive for, like knowing on my deathbed that I have no, like zero regrets about my life, that I did, at least I tried everything that I wanted to try, or wanted to create, or wanted to do, no matter how scary it was, and that I actually made it happen, you know what I mean? Like you can wish for things and you will be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that later, or sure, it will come. Yeah, sure, but you gotta create it, you gotta make it happen yourself, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to die with regret, knowing that I could have done things, knowing that I could have allowed in experiences with open arms, knowing that I could have taken chances when things were being offered to me. Like, what's the point in saying no when your heart calls you to just try it, I don't know, but anyways, some event. Whoops. And I will die as one of them. I will die as one of those people that doesn't die with regret, living life to the fullest, like living life with a purpose. Yeah, these are my people. You know how the fellowship is so different, especially like if you just look at Aragorn and Gimli and Legolas, like they why is my throat doing this again? It's like when you see people looking at Legolas, Gimli, and Aragorn, they're like, what the huh? Like these three people are not supposed to be together. Like something ain't right. What was I gonna say about this, baby? Oh yeah, like they all are so different, and we should embrace our differences. Yeah, because unity, being one, is diversity. Yeah, not being the same, one and the same. Yeah, in a sense, but um, embrace your qualities. Yeah, because somehow, like that's also a part of uncertainty. Yeah, you just have to blindly believe that if you just practice your crafts, your interests, and get joy out of it, you practice them with joy, that it's gonna magnetize in, it's gonna pull in everything that you want. If you just focus on what you do best and that you experience joy, through that. And not even what you do best, but just experience joy in living life, even no matter how small it is, no matter how new it is, no matter how old it is, just be so joyful and playful to be here and do all of this stuff. You know what I mean? Just embrace your own qualities, your differences. Yeah, because we all can live together, Carl. We can all live together. We can all live together. We can all live together. Together. We can all live together, Carl. Yeah? So, and if you want to let somebody in your close surroundings know that you enjoy their presence, go for it, baby. Say it while you can. Anyways. Jesus, we went all the way in. Whoa. Whoa! What the fuck is happening? Yo, check this. First, Moria. Shiny Moria. I was like, whoa, you're being surrounded in the dark. I was like, whoa. And then I pulled Smeagol. And then he was like, whoa. But what stood out to me was he was looking at this. Whoa, is this the uncertainty? And this is like the fear of the uncertainty. I just said it. I fucking said it. Never, never. Sorry, guys. Let me check this stuff. Another event. Drums in the deep. What is happening? Condition. Okay, event, condition. Both number 0. Oh, and I never realized this, but actually Smeagol is also in Moria. But you don't see him. Yeah, you see him once because you know he is following them. But you don't see him after. Like, how the fuck did he get out? You know what I mean? But that is connected in some way. But I feel something about the uncertainty that I talked about. Yeah, the uncertainty of like, you never know what's gonna happen in life. They didn't know the Balrog was gonna show up there. You know what I mean? They didn't expect that, the orcs would surround them, but they would have never expected the orcs to, run away again for something even bigger to come out and say hi, you know, not looking at the literal meaning of the orcs and, how dangerous it is, and the Balrog, you know, even if some things slip away from your hands, something bigger is gonna come through, yeah, something even more aligned, because I feel like you are growing at such a rapid pace, yeah, constantly, that the things that you pull in, the things that finally arrive in your life, that you can then interact with, because you have already shifted, when it comes in to the next level, it just, you should make use of it when it comes into your life, like immediately, like interact, like engage with it, yeah, and see what you can get out of it, see how you can grow from it, and then before you know, it's gone. That's life. Before you know, it is out of the game, out of the scene. You know what I mean? And you cannot be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it later. Sure, you can do it like that, but where's the fun in that? Like, life presents things to you that you have wished for, because, it's always in a delayed fashion when things arrive. You wish for things and you're like, oh, it's not here right now, but it's gonna come to you. And when it finally arrives, that's your chance to interact with what you asked for. You know what I mean? And as fast as it comes into your life, it goes. So, you gotta fucking enjoy everything that comes to you in your life, yeah, in the moment, you know what I mean? Because it's gone. But when you're like living in delay, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm gonna do it later. Oh, and then it's about to leave your life and you are engaging with it. And while you are engaging with it, with this experience or with this person, they're gonna leave and you're like, huh? You know what I mean? Oh, why did it have to leave or end already? You know what I mean? Because yes, the next thing is gonna come in, and if you're in this place of like, still in this place of like, oh, I wish I could have done this and this longer. You don't even see what the hell is going on around you. You know what I mean? The next thing is gonna come in. The next thing, life is going so fast. Like, the pace is fastening. Yeah, the pace is going faster, quicker. We gotta keep up. You know what I mean? But no worries, because next thing is gonna come in and you're gonna be given the chance to engage with the next thing that you wish for. So wish for something and just, engage with the thing that is in your life right now and see your wish coming you know, in a delayed fashion. That's how it goes. And then you are kind of internally prepared for what's coming, so you can actually engage immediately when it's there, instead of, you have to realize it's here. No, you've already realized what I'm trying to say. Bruh. What I'm trying to say, the uncertainty, yeah? Look, even though it's dark, this card is shiny, yeah? It has a rainbow. Oh, I love this one so much. It's one of my favorites, if not the most favorite. Drums in the deep. Yeah, there is something coming, yeah? And you like, the drums, like, build your excitement, yeah, for life. Build your, it's gonna come to me, yeah, and I'll be ready for it. Because number 0, you can choose what to do, always, yeah. Are you gonna let the things pass you by, yeah, pass you by? Are you gonna watch it pass you by, or are you gonna engage and see what experience life has to offer for you through this thing that you probably wished for? If not consciously, it was unconsciously, yeah, but somehow it has to happen. And if you let it slide, that's also fine. I guess. But number 0, are you gonna choose to engage? Number 0, from here, anything can happen, yeah? Here, this moment, when they are surrounded, they're like, what's gonna happen, you know? Do we need to fight or what? You know, nothing's happening. Like they know they are gonna be fucked when they start attacking, you know what I mean? But what can they do? They can only fight. Or something is gonna go and something else is gonna come in, even bigger, even the Balrog. They're gonna, it's gonna fuck them up. No, but seriously, like what I was saying, the shininess, yeah, the shine. Even though it's dark, yeah, dark. Even though it's dark, even though they are in total darkness, it's when a light would shine upon it, it would be, how do I say this? It's filled with this, how do I say this? Even the darkness has like this color or this hope or this excitement, you know? Like this card is pretty, even though it's just darkness, you know? Even that is pretty. And even if you have nothing to engage with yet, something is gonna come in. Drums in the deep. Yeah, you just have to be excited for life and enjoy what you have right now, yeah, because it can be gone before you know it. But what about this guy, man? Never. It says never. Can you see it? Also number 0, that stood out to me. Number 0, never. Condition. Whoop! To play spot Smeagol. Yeah. Regroup. Discard Smeagol to remove 2 threats. I'm not making any sense of this. Smeagol wouldn't hurt a fly. You know, Smeagol has 2 sides, yeah? Always fighting each other, I guess. Sometimes the one is more present than the other. Yeah, again, number 0. Like, what are you gonna choose? Like, what are you gonna choose to create, yeah? Are you gonna give in to the fear of the unknown? Are you gonna give in to the things never being in your direct surroundings that you always wish for? You know what I mean? If you are in this constant state of, oh, it's not getting here and I am always wishing for this but it's never here, and you know, then you are not living in the moment, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can wish for things, but it doesn't mean that you should focus on it not being here. You know, what you give energy to, like, expands. Like, if you focus on, you wish for new cards, yeah? I wish for new cards, but I'm like, these cards are so boring, I want new ones and they're never gonna get here. I've been wanting them for so long, and or something like that, you know what I mean? Like, you have to, and even if you have one card, yeah, you have to enjoy and get the excitement from this thing that you already have, yeah? if you cannot enjoy what you have right now and what you did have, or the fact that you don't have it, if you cannot find joy in the fact that you don't have it right now, sounds weird, right? If you cannot find excitement and joy and gratitude for something that you don't yet have, that sounds crazy, I know. You probably won't get it, you know, at least not through force. Yeah, sure, through hard work and force, yeah, probably. But, you know, we're here for, you know, manifesting stuff effortlessly, you know what I mean? Like, if you can be excited for the path that you are living towards the moment of actually receiving your wish, receiving your the thing that you wanted. Like, I didn't even order, yeah, new cards, yeah, but I know that I want them for a very long time, yeah. And I just, you know, I get goosebumps from the excitement that I know is building up to when I actually receive the cards and can finally see, like, oh shit, I don't have these ones yet, oh my god, the readings are gonna be so amazing, you know what I mean? You gotta keep that excitement going, you know, because at least that's what I experienced, yeah. The moment that you get it, you know, the moment that you actually have the thing in your hand, like the new, for me, the new cards, yeah, of course I'm gonna enjoy using them, but there is something in living up to the moment, yeah, you know what I mean? Of course, living the moment, sure. When it's finally here, fucking amazing, yeah? But there is something in already living the moment before it has arrived. I swear to God, this process of desiring something and fuck, I put the cards away. What? The moment of, you know, desiring something and the path towards completion, I guess. And this battle between me and myself of like, of course, the brain, oh, I'm never gonna get it. Fuck, you know, giving up. I've tried everything. It's still not here. How long is it gonna take? But I know, I know. That battle, you know, between the two parts of me, of like focusing on not having it, and the other one of focusing on my desire and the fact that I can already imagine how it feels to actually obtain the thing or the event, or, you know, to go somewhere, to go to a place, like, fuck yes. You know what I mean? There's something in that. There's something in the fact that you already can live the moment without having lived the moment. It's just gonna complete the whole package. When it finally arrives, it's gonna complete the whole motherfucking thing, you know? And it is also more joy during your life. Like, how many things that you have wished for did you achieve, and it just feels so normal right now, you know? Just, oh, that was it? Or like, oh yeah, cool, I have another deck. Oh yeah, I've been using, you know, it's stacking and stacking and stacking, and it's not special anymore. Or like, you don't stand still, you know, for everything that you have all the time, you know what I mean? So that's why we have to find the joy right now for everything, yeah. If we don't have it yet, and even and what I said before, and even if you how do I say this? When you obtain the thing or go to the place or whatever, you know, your desire is being completed, I get the cards, and when I find myself in like this state of like, low energy and stuff, and not really appreciating everything I got because I'm focusing on what I don't have unconsciously, yeah, subconsciously. And I switch on, and I look at my newest cards, and I'm like, or something that I wanted so badly, and now I have it and it's normal. And I look at the thing, I look at the thing. Damn, the candle, what the moment I said I looked at the thing, the candle just fell into the bottle, and I was afraid because I knew it was going down to the last part, but I didn't realize it would be falling in. That's pretty cool, mate. It's down here. Okay, time to fill this thing up. It fell. I was so scared. I thought my whole house is gonna burn down, yeah. Last thing, yeah. I was saying, when I have the thing that I always wanted for so long and I have it, and it's like, it becomes normal after a week, after a day, you know what I mean? I switch on, I look at the cards, and I'm like, fuck, I'm so ungrateful. Like, remember when you wanted this so badly? Remember the path towards working towards this thing, or like, the actual process of not having it and actually being excited for the moment that you have it without having it. It's so contradictory, yeah, but I remind myself like, oh yeah, that whole process was crazy, and I have it now with whatever it is, yeah. And I have it now. Oh my gosh, blessed. Yeah, that's how I remind myself to be grateful for life, you know what I mean? And it creates just so many memories, and of course we create memories from having the thing and then doing something from that, or like going to a place and then experiencing that place. But the memories of the pre-game, you know what I mean? The memories of the road towards it, the road of the uncertainty of when it was gonna happen, how it was all gonna come together, yeah, because that's the thing, we don't know, yeah, when it's gonna happen and how it's gonna happen. And that's what we are here to experience without knowing it, yeah. But we can be excited for it, yeah, and that's what creates the bond, or like the connection and the memory, and like, I don't know. I just feel it so intensely. But anyways, was it clear? Was it clear? Especially this one. Yeah. Even though it feels where you are right now, think something even bigger is gonna come in that you don't even see yet, yeah? And I don't know, try to be aware of these two parts, to like focusing on the thing that you don't have, or focusing on um, no, focusing on the part where you don't have it yet, and that it's no fun to not have it, or build the excitement for receiving it into your life, you know what I mean? I don't know why I want to say this, but imagine you are a puppy. Imagine you are a puppy, yeah? Or you haven't even been born as a puppy, but just imagine the point of view of a puppy, yeah? This is so weird. And you don't know who's gonna be your owner, or where you're gonna go You don't even know that you're gonna have an owner and leave your brothers and sisters and your family, you know. But that's not what I'm talking about. What I want to say is, imagine, dogs are so unaware of this, but I think, but imagine your future owner being like, and I want a dog so badly, and you know, like, oh, I've been wishing it for so long, and da 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 da. You know, even though you are not aware of each other yet, something is creating like a no, you know, like you're focusing on the no. I don't have. Does that make sense? Imagine when your future owner is already having you in their mind, in their heart, you know, the puppy, and, you know, already giving the love, already being like preparing emotionally, mentally for receiving you, the dog. You know, how cute is it knowing that somebody is already loving you while they don't even know that it's you? You know, I don't think it's only the case with a puppy, but I guess it's the most logical thing right now, because puppies are. No, that's for another time. Shit. I go so deep. But, you know, your future owner already being like, oh, it's gonna be so great, and I'm gonna have all the right things, and I know exactly how to raise them and to love them and to respect their needs, and you know what I mean? Da 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 da. Give them the best treatment. Oh my god, I love it. I love him or her, you know, I love it already so much, and oh, I'm gonna work so hard to give them the best food, and da 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 da. Like, even though the puppy has no idea who the owner is gonna be, even though the owner has no idea the puppy, who the puppy is gonna be, you know, if they have already been born. But this state of being, like already living in the moment where it's happening, where it has happened, you know, the meeting, you know, getting the puppy, having it in your home, already creates this love bond. You get what I mean? Can you feel it? And that just creates the bond, and to me it feels like it's just inevitable for the thing that you wish for and you give care for, even if it's not here already. It just makes it in an I can't talk right now. Inevitable for it to come in, yeah, for it to happen. Now translate it into anything that you want. You know what I mean? You gotta live the moment before it has already happened. Yeah, it's gonna create a love bond. I want a puppy so bad, guys. But you get what I'm saying, right? Do this, and you know, it's gonna come to you, baby. Bye, guys.